My Amex Blue Cash Everyday Card is my go-to accessory. When I shop, I can earn 3% cash back on U.S. online retail purchases. Try on the Blue Cash Everyday Card. Learn more at americanexpress.com/explore-BCE. Terms and cashback cap apply.
If you work in university maintenance, Granger considers you an MVP because your playbook ensures your arena is always ready for tip-off. And Granger is your trusted partner, offering the products you need all in one place, from HVAC and plumbing supplies to lighting and more. And all delivered with plenty of time left on the clock, so your team always gets the win. Call 1-800-GRANGER, visit Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
And it's recorded, started. Okay. And just like that, we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for checking out this edition of the 12 Kyle podcast. I'm your boy 12 Kyle, and you see the headline. You see who's here. We're going to get it in. We're just going to chop it up. My guest today is a podcast OG, one of the OGs of the OGs. This guy, man, he is literally, at the time of this recording, on the road to 500 podcast episodes, which in the podcast game really is unheard of. And we recently collabed. I got a chance to get on his platform, and man, we had a good time chopping it up, man. Good dude all around, father, entrepreneur, hustler. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the 12 Kyle podcast for the first time. My man DMurph. D, what up, baby?
Kyle, first and foremost, thank you. And it's interesting when you on the other end, you say 12, Kyle. I'm like, the 12th man for the Seattle Seahawks? It's a gang of y'all or what? No, but no, I appreciate you, Kyle, and the audience. Hopefully I can, and let you guys enjoy, and ladies enjoy this content for, on this dope platform. So
for sure.
Can't afford not to record. Shout out to 3 Stacks on
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, Murph, before we get into it, you have a basketball background. So that's kind of going to be, even though we're not going to talk sports in particular, you have a couple of podcasts that we'll talk about, and we can tell people where they can find you. But your background, you're a hooper. You know what I'm saying? You came up shooting hoops. So that's kind of going to be the theme as to where we go, because as you can see, the topic of this podcast is the starting 5. So starting five. So tell people a little bit about your background as far as like when you played basketball and the position you played, and how nice you were or weren't. Well, we know you were nice. So
I'll say, even if I wasn't, I'm sure going to use the proper verbiage to let the world know I wasn't that bad, but I played. Mm-hmm. I got to give a shout out to my parents, Derek Murphy Sr. and Miss Annette. Shout out to my parents. Love y'all. Grew up in Gary, Indiana. Basketball was my tool to get out of trouble. I am the firstborn of 4. Early 80s baby. Hey, my baby got to do something. So mom, ball in my hand, surrounded me with my cousins, family members. And it's like, as I started playing, it's like my inches grew. So currently I am the tallest person in the family.
Okay. How tall are you?
And 6'7".
Okay.
Myth, legend, mom with the milkman, somebody like no one can really tell me where their height really came from.
Okay.
Between mom and dad is shorter than mom.
Okay, so how tall are your parents if you're 6'7"?
Mom is 5'10", pops is 5'8".
Okay, so you probably got it from mom. But pops 5'8"? Pops a 5-footer.
Hey, but hey, if you hear that man speak, you be like, oh yeah, that's what it is. All y'all do is talk. I always be philosophical. But anyway, back to the question. Grew up hooping, man.
Mhm.
Growing up in the Midwest, obviously Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Got to include Scottie Pippen, man.
Of course.
The best two-way player offensively and defensively to ever play the game. NBA 25, shout out to him. Or NBA 50, I
Right,
think I
right.
say top 10, but that's just, my biasness being from the Midwest.
Mhm.
Didn't really play much in middle school. It was like whatever. But I knew once high school came, I moved from Gary to Chicago to get more exposure. As you know,
Okay. Right.
when you're in a position, when you and your family believe you dope, it's like when you hear people say, "Oh, I went to New York, I went to LA." I just moved a few miles up the road from Gary
Right.
to Chicago and
Right.
played my high school ball, man, in the late 90s in Chicago. And man, it was the before kids, the best experience in my life, that time frame where I was traveling, dunking on cats. The general big homies you listening to right now had a mouth to where I didn't care if you was going to the NBA, D1. If you step foot on that 90-foot court, high school is not as big as college and NBA. And no mercy, man. So
Right.
that's, without going into details, that's kind of my basketball story. And then obviously I got a scholarship to play in Texas. Graduated in 4 years. So I've been a captain ever since I can remember. So transitioning to what I do now, like you said, family man, entrepreneur, content creator, road to 500 is like, I guess I was meant to run my mouth and inspire a group of people together. You know what I mean? So I'm just thanking God that I've been able to be consistent damn near 4 decades.
Hey man, that's all that matters, man. That is a very interesting background and a perfect lead into the topics of the starting five. So I'm just gonna hit you. And here's a cool part about this conversation, ladies and gentlemen. DMurph don't know what we. I mean, I invited him on, and I said we was gonna chop it up. But this brother is so on point. Just being able to speak. He's conversational, as you can tell. So anything that I throw at him, he's gonna be able to answer. So
like them Astros, baby. We constantly in the World Series. I mean, just
no
whatever
doubt.
go my way.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
Versus
So
Atlanta. Hey,
yeah, that's gonna be
this platform. Okay?
Yes.
Right.
That should be an interesting World Series to say the least. Starting five. Let's take it to the NBA. Give me your all-time starting five. Just point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center.
Now, I got to give a backstory before the answer
Go
to
ahead.
your question.
Go ahead.
People so for the first time listeners, thank you for tuning in. The avid listener that rock with Kyle and coming this way because of me. What up? That's like what type of music I like. It depends on the mood.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if early in the morning, I'm not gonna say, yeah, Pac is my go-getter. Or
Right.
Nas, Biggie. It's the morning. I'm listening to some R&B or gospel.
There you go.
There's only 3 people that's consistent in that list. Jordan,
Okay. So that's
Magic,
your
and Duncan.
Okay. So you got
point
Duncan at
guard,
power forward
shooting
or
guard, power forward.
okay, gotcha.
Depending on the season, I'm gonna say Wilt is a center because I'm a Leo. He's a Leo. Wilt, track star.
Facts.
Wilt was doing jump shots as finger rolls.
Facts.
Wilt, 50 rebounds, 50 points, 30 rebounds, 15 blocks, 4 steals. And the character. And again, as a Leo, that's what I'm saying. My biasness is kicking in.
Mm-hmm.
And then the small forward. If we in the city, meaning Chicago, I'm going to say Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
However, Now, hey, that guy number 6
Right.
used to be 23.
Right.
No matter where he's won titles, state titles. LBJ, my kids love him on Space
Right.
Jam 2. I'm gonna say Magic, Jordan, LeBron, Tim Duncan, Wilt Chamberlain. Now that one list like Murph, if it wasn't for that Leo, the biasness you have, what would be the other center? I'm old school.
Mm-hmm.
I still like the great Bill Russell. You can't take away his titles as a player coach. You can't take away what he did as an undersized big man. And
Right.
me playing sports, being an undersized big man, I still got the job done. And due to media or having that personality, in this case for Bill Russell, I think if you really think about how many rings this man has, has the most rings, right?
Facts.
And I know we say numbers don't matter or shouldn't really impact people's decisions because obviously with the NBA 75, numbers didn't matter. It was popularity, my personal opinion. And I'm not here to be shady because I'm going to meet some of these gentlemen in my journey.
Right.
But if you look at what Bill Russell did in that era with the social injustice, obviously going against Wilt from 6'9", meaning Bill Russell, to being Wilt being over 7 feet, athletic. You got to give that man his flowers. And he still impacts the game. So I'm gonna say Bill Russell, man, in that final spot at the center position. And I know we got Big Shaq, the leading scorer in the NBA, Kareem. Trust me, Isaiah Thomas for a point guard from the Midwest. I mean, that's like I said, who's your top 5 in R&B or hip hop?
Right.
For me, like I said, it just depends on the state of mind I'm in and where I'm at. But hey, I'm just being real for those listeners trying to like Murph. You sound like you flip flop.
No, you gave us 5.
Way more than I did.
You gave us 5. I agree. It really just depends on the day. For me, my starting 5 is very similar to yours. Point guard, I'm going Magic. I mean, as a kid who grew up in the 80s, he's the ultimate, I think. Jordan, of course, is a 2 guard. Small forward, LeBron, definitely. His skills are unmatched. Power forward, much like you, Tim Duncan. Wasn't flashy, wasn't he was efficient and he was effective every single night. Center, I'm going center, I gotta go Shaq, because Shaq was probably the most dominant player that I've ever seen. I've had conversations with my dad, who's a huge basketball fan, about now he's a huge Wilt fan too. So like Wilt was his guy. So like he would tell me, like, if Wilt in his prime went against Shaq in his prime, like you mentioned Wilt's a track star. People don't know that. Wilt ran the hurdles and everything. Long jump, triple jump. I mean, he was a beast. But
7 feet and running fast.
Yes. People forget he was 7 feet tall. So you don't get 7-footers running track, running hurdles. So yeah, that's my NBA starting 5.
University of Kansas, by the way. I'm just giving a little history, man, for some of these listeners that might not be like Merv. You say you're a sports guy. Like, oh, man, he went to University of Kansas? We never knew that, Merv. Let me go look it up. Go look it up.
All right, so this one you're going to need to put your cap on for a second.
Come on, man. I'm ready.
Starting 5 rap groups. So when we talking groups, we're talking 2 or more members that actually rap. So that would include, Outkast would be considered a group. Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince would not be considered a group.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, Tribe would be considered a group.
Yeah, I was about to say Tribe up there.
Gangstar wouldn't be considered a group.
Yeah.
So give me your starting 5 for rap groups.
I took a pause because I love what we do in this content creation. I want to give a shout out to my sales background back, let's say down yonder, because you gotta be on your P's and Q's, man. You can't let them see you sweat or you get stumped. I would say my fourth or fifth one might be the challenge, but on top of the dome, obviously, Outkast, number one. De La Soul, man, love some De La. Man, I'm a hip hop dude. I was just checking them out late last night when I was tweeting the world. Man, I'm listening. I'm like, man, I love New York. I really feel like I'm somewhere down somewhere. I'm like a New Yorker, man. I promise you. Tribe Called Quest, again, another group from the East Coast. I know this was short lived. I gotta put Do or Die on there, man.
Okay.
From the Midwest, man.
Definitely represented from the Midwest.
I no matter where I go, I gotta show love to my Chicago, people, and can't forget where you come from.
For sure.
Promise you that. Now the fifth one, man, as I kind of think of my rap playlist.
It's cool because this is your starting five. This is not a popular. Yeah, this is DMurph is the Phil Jackson, and we're in Staples Center. You got to put five. You got to put your 5 rap groups on the floor to take on the opponent. This is your starting five.
Yeah, and again, man, I'm a hip hop person, and I love their lyrics, and they feed you things that you might not catch. You be like, what did he just say or she say? You be like, hey. So then 90s baby, 80s, 90s baby. I'm thinking, is No Limit really a group? Or just a people, you know what I mean? But
right.
Slum Village comes to mind.
Come on now.
Man, I was just, vibing with them, man. Man, I told you the fourth and fifth one was going to be tough.
Yeah, it always is.
I might have to go to a lifeline. Let me go back to my playlist right quick.
Okay, go ahead. Take your time.
Let me see, man. But yeah, I'm a hip hop guy to the core. Let's see.
Yeah, this is always interesting because, like, when you ask people this, not asking them what the best is or asking them, who had the hottest or who had the most record sales, anything, like just your starting five. You're the coach. You're putting them in the game to win the championship. Who are you trotting out there on the floor against the opposition? That's the thing that gets people.
See, yeah, I named Timbo and Magoo. Like I said, I don't have that many groups. Just looking at my playlist. Man, that's good. That was a good question. So to answer your question for the fifth one, just so I can go to the next phase of the show, man, I'm gonna go Slum Village, man.
Okay, SV.
For groups. And if y'all don't or haven't heard of them, I know Cal has.
Come on, man.
That's the type of vibe I'm on. And I think if you get to know me, you be like, yeah, that's Murph, kind of laid back, smooth. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do his thing, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody I can, kick it with. Not too controversial because I done told you something that went over your head anyway. And that's what these guys bring to the table. If you really, do your research and go from there. So that'll be my starting five.
Rest in peace, Jay Dilla. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla. And plus, they're from the Midwest, Detroit, from the D. Rap groups for me, this is pretty easy. I could never really rank. I think I've done a podcast where I've ranked them, but the ranking of them, and that's why I try not to get in the rank, because it, like you mentioned earlier, it really would depend on the day. It might depend on the time of the day.
Right.
But I'm going, obviously, Run DMC. That was the first rap group that I actually heard in my life that I just fell in love with. Public Enemy. Because I guess you could count Flav. Flav does rap. Flav does rap. So
yeah, boy.
Of course, A Tribe Called Quest. Those dudes they provided soundtracks for my lifetime. And of course, Outkast. Can't forget about the hometown.
Yes, indeed.
Legends. And the fifth, I'm gonna go The Roots. One of my favorite groups, man. their music is always a great vibe. Like you said, you put it on, you feel good. Philadelphia Half-Life is an album that I still listen to weekly. I mean, even to this day, and the album is so cold. So now let's flip it. We did rap groups. Let's go rappers. Your starting 5 rappers. Now, knowing you the way that I know you, I already know one person is gonna be on here because you sent me a text about him the other day. So yeah, give me your coaching. Again, you're Phil Jackson, you're Staples Center. You got to trot out your starting 5 rappers. Who are you putting on the floor for your starting 5 rappers?
Pac.
I told
Dre
you.
2000. Man, like, again, I'm just looking at my playlist. I like Biggie, man. I know people, Nas and Jay-Z, man. Like, hey, can I get an encore? That's my 5, man. Again, can't forget about Cube. I mean, there's so many.
Listen,
Rakim, like all them, man. Like, that's just my starting 5. I know I'm not contradiction or going back. That's my 5. That's my 5. I'm sticking with it.
I got you. I'm with you on a few of those. I'm going Rakim, Nas, KRS-One, Jay-Z, and Biggie. That's my 5. I feel pretty confident hitting the floor with that 5 right there.
Yeah.
How about your starting 5 colleges? No particular criteria, just schools that if it was 1997 and you're a high school senior coming out and you're being recruited, and not just to play basketball, but just to go to school. You got a free ride. You can go to any school that you want. Give me your starting 5 as far as school. It could be any school in the continental United States. Well, shit, it could be wherever. If you said University of Baghdad. Right. So give me your starting 5 colleges and universities.
North Carolina, go Tar Heels. Duke, Blue Devils. North Carolina A&T. Got to get my HBCU, man. Like I said, North Carolina for me, I just named the first 3 schools in the state of North Carolina.
Right.
And I'm from the Midwest, right? It was the colors again. Where did Mike Jordan go?
Mm-hmm.
And when we was growing up, what school other than North Carolina with Coach K?
Yeah.
Duke. And then, like I said, North Carolina A&T, HBCU, man. I was, North Carolina was the number 1 state that I wanted to actually go to. It wasn't too south, but it was southern enough to where it was warm and it was a lot of us.
Of course.
Obviously, it didn't, the cards did not fall for me to go to that state. Then Texas A&M, man. Texas A&M, Aggies. Talk about the culture. It's a powerhouse, even though playing basketball, but they got a good agriculture, engineering program, all that good stuff. And UT of Austin, man. Vince Young.
Wow.
Man. Yeah, I think those type of schools. For the exception of Texas A&M, some people might scratch their head. But if you in the area, you kind of have an understanding. But UT, Austin, go Longhorns, Vince Young, man, Kevin Durant. So they had a pretty damn good ratio of having people like us from no matter where you are in the world and making us feel comfortable to where we can move up and be successful once we were done.
Okay.
That's my
Man, mine are pretty if anybody knows me or been listening long enough, obviously a proud product of an HBCU.
South Carolina State.
South Carolina State is first. Then I got A&T, North Carolina A&T you mentioned. Great school, one of our rivals, one of our biggest rivals.
Mhm.
But I don't sleep on the fact that it is a great school. Probably, I definitely put Hampton on there, Hampton University, in Hampton, Virginia. Great school. If you're single, fellas, great place to.
I get it.
You already know. You already know. Let me see. I probably go for the fourth. Spelman, right here in Atlanta. And for the fifth, I'd go Southern University. So all HBCUs for me. Well, no, let me take. No, I got to take Spelman off because I wouldn't have been able to go to Spelman because I'm not a girl. Morehouse. So let's flip flop Spelman and Morehouse. So yeah.
I mean, I wasn't gonna question you. I was just
I just thought about it for a second. I was like, wait a minute, I couldn't go to Spelman.
no, you good. It's your show, baby. You good.
All right, so let's starting 5 foods. Okay, you're gonna pick 5 foods. Somebody sit you down at the table, Murph. Hey man, you got your pick of your starting 5 foods that it's gonna hit, that you're gonna eat, that you love without question, that you not saying you can eat every day, but you would eat a lot. So give me your starting 5 foods.
Pizza, barbecue, Chinese food. Pizza, Chinese food. Like hamburgers. I know y'all. I'm being real, y'all. Like, I'm not saying I'm, a sloppy eater while I'm 300-400 pounds. I know I gotta have something healthy in there. I know y'all. Trust me, I know. But I don't really
this
like.
Your starting 5, so I mean, it's
I know.
whatever.
I'm saying, I got, I know how some of the listeners get, especially some of mine. Are like, Murph, you need to eat better. No, you're right. I do, especially like we talked about, damn near being around the sun 40 times.
Mm-hmm.
And my last one, man, and the people wouldn't believe me, man, but Mediterranean food, man.
Okay.
A healthier option that's fulfilling. So that'll be my 5.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I've had Mediterranean food twice. It was good, but I've only had it twice. Yeah. Let me see my starting 5. I'm definitely, like you said, pizza, French fries. And it's not good for you, but I literally could eat French fries every day. Hamburger. That's a childhood staple. I like to grill a lot, so anytime I grill, I'm throwing hamburgers. In fact, I might throw some on the grill. I might throw some on the grill today, and that's gonna be a nice day today.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's easy, and I mean, like, even if I make 10 burgers, we're not eating 10 burgers today. That could be lunch on Tuesday or Wednesday. You know what I mean? Like, and it's still fresh. Shrimp. Big fan of shrimp. I eat a lot of shrimp now. I didn't eat a lot of shrimp growing up, but I probably eat a lot of shrimp now. And steak. Love a good steak. I try to get a steak at least, once every couple of weeks or so. Good steak. I'm always down for a good steak. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Starting 5 ladies. Now, Murph, I don't want to get you in no trouble.
You won't. I've been doing this for over 5 years. I know how to bob and weave and keep. You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't know if she's gonna listen to the podcast. I don't know what's what.
She don't even listen to me on my. That's crazy. I'm glad you said this. Now, let me say, she do listen to me, but she don't listen to my show. So she hasn't got any emails or nothing crazy. So she trusts me enough to where I can, do my thing without somebody looking over my shoulder. So we good. But before I answer your question, I was going to say, between 2 black men, we didn't say chicken for our starting 5s. So people hitting us up like, what's up with
Murph,
that?
I didn't even catch that. And I eat chicken every week.
Hey, big dog, I'm just telling you, man. I know what the listeners, two black men, they're like, wait a minute. I do love chicken. Like, I might have.
I love chicken too. Chicken's probably, hey, Murph, we'll put it like this. Chicken is my sixth man. Chicken coming off the bench, chicken's coming off the bench like Robert Ory. Okay, yeah, starting five ladies. From any era, they could be actresses, movie stars, singers, whomever. Just aesthetically speaking, your top five ladies.
These are some very good questions. Remember when we recorded on the Flagrant 2, I said, it's, the vibe and the time you caught me real spiritual. So right off the rip, man, one of them be Yolanda Adams.
Okay, yeah. She is very pretty.
I've met her a couple of times.
Okay.
Good, great lady. Very spiritual. I was telling her how her songs has helped me, especially in high school / college. Just her albums, it helped keep me focused because I needed that encouraging word, especially when I was away in college, for sure, away from everybody. Yolanda Adams will be one. Number two. That's a good one. Actually, all these are good. Depends. I gotta have somebody with music. I gotta have somebody that's an actress.
Right. Take your time, Murph. Take your time.
Yeah, that's a good one, man. If you say my five, but Yolanda Adams, that was easy. Because I always said that. Yeah, like, I would definitely put her up there. Queen Latifah.
Okay. Oh,
I love Queen Latifah.
I love Queen.
Yeah, that's one thing. Mrs. Murphy, she know. I said one thing about Queen. UNITY. That's for unity. That's me. Hey, I don't care if you Kyle Cowler, Kyle Timbuktu. We're gonna connect. We'll make something shake. And she plays sports. She's an actress. She's an artist. Yeah, Queen. There we go. So that's two. I'm gonna say Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks, man, for being there and providing that support and family for the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Whenever you have a man in that magnitude and have a woman to be there by his side, and as you know, as a married man, that support is needed. And not only
1,000%.
did she support him, but once he, passed, she kept the legacy going. And I think what we do and what we bring to the table, we need, not because we have kids, but for our message to have our significant other keep that legacy going. So Rosa Parks would be number 3. Number 4. I'm going to say the Brat.
Wow. I didn't expect that one.
I know, man. And that's another person on my bucket list to meet. She's a dope actor.
Very dope.
She does plays. Listen to her music. What I tell you, I gotta have somebody that I can actually. What are you like? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody I can listen to that's gonna get me in the mood to just like kick it and jam out to. And again, if I'm telling on myself, then oh well. But this is why I'm on 12 Cal podcast. And she was on Set It Off, man. Again, I'm thinking of them. You know what I mean? Like I enjoy a woman that's multi-dimensional because I'm not multi-dimensional.
Right.
I was just, we already know what Murph gonna do. One thing. Like they say, you only got one job and you messing up. So with the Brat, and she's on a Ricky Smiley morning show.
Yep.
I listen to her on the mornings as I take the kids, you know what I mean, to school, daycare, whatever. So I really want to give her flowers and what she, brings to the table. The last person. That's a good one. Like I said, it's so many dope women.
Yeah.
Y'all ask me my 5.
Right.
That's not including Mrs. Murphy, right?
Of course. Right. That's not including Ms. Murphy.
If she's not in there, I'm really gonna be
because she's really 1 through 5.
So make sure I put that out there. Hey, like you said, I'm not gonna get in trouble. So if she
Right.
just whatever somebody fortis, I did my part. But
Right,
now that
right.
we know she's 1 through 5, this is basically 6 through 10.
Exactly.
Man, you got Michelle Obama that comes to mind.
Mm.
You got Sheila, Jackson Lee, Janet Jackson. Like, man, this 5th pick gonna be tough.
Mm.
Like I said,
Yes,
whether
sir.
it's politics, entertainment, Harriet Tubman, like all these different, just depends. But I gotta pick 5. I'm gonna say Harriet Tubman, man.
Okay.
Go back, man. Again, when you talk about women that has been impactful, even our parents were speaking on this lady, the Underground Railroad, and like we talked about, bringing people together. Hopefully, they do put the great Harriet Tubman on some type of bill because of what she has done and being a savage. Like, hey, y'all gonna come or y'all not? I'm not coming back. You know what I mean? I'm not coming back. So if I do, you already know what to be. You know what I'm saying? So I would say Harriet Tubman would be my top 5 all time, man. Top of the head.
Okay. Those are great answers too, because keep in mind, folks, this is just off the top. He didn't know I was going to ask him any of this. So, somebody asks you these questions, you think,
flavor.
okay, oh yeah. I mean, if he had a chance to write them down, maybe he come up with the same answer, maybe he doesn't.
Majority of yeah.
Right. Let me see. For me, in no particular order, like you said, obviously my wife would be 1 through 5. Mom would probably be 6. Both my grandmas probably be 7 and 8. But for this particular conversation, one, I'm definitely going Penny Gordon, aka Charlene Dupree, aka Janet Demita Joe Jackson, childhood crush, Nia Long, Sanaa Lathan, Lupita. I can't pronounce her last name. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the sister from Black Panther. Beautiful. And that 5th one, Murph, I gotta go with somebody you mentioned, man, Michelle Obama. Very beautiful, very, she's just dynamic, man. She is so much of what I think a first lady should be. And I think she led the country just as well as her husband did, or in some ways even better, because she was the example for young women to follow, particularly young Black girls and young Black women. So yeah, that's my 5 ladies, but I'm sure there's probably a ton of people I could have put on here.
Facts.
Let me see. Starting 5. Oh, since you're a hooper, got to get your question on this one. Starting 5 sneakers. Could be any brand, any style, anything that you like. Because I mean, given the fact that you hoop, that you probably were somewhat of a sneakerhead at some point in your life. Maybe not, maybe now. I don't know. Yeah, you're starting 5 sneakers.
As people listen to this show, and I was just telling my family, for my 40th, I want to do like a 90s theme.
Okay.
For my 40th, I want it to be, it will be huge. As you clearly know, what we've, as Black men, family men that thinks outside the box, we've been through a lot. Thanks. And to be 40 in this society we currently live in, or older, in our case, no disrespect to those who are younger, but in our case, I know that is a huge milestone, and to still have our sanity.
Thanks.
So I say that to say the shoes I'm going to name are mainly from the 90s.
Okay.
Or 80s.
Okay.
Jordans, Jordan 4s. Jordan 5s. That's 2. That's it. I mean, I love Jordan, but those 4 and 5.
Listen,
that's 2. The Charles Barkley's when he was with the Suns. I can't think of the shoe right now.
Air Max, the Air Max CB34s.
Man,
listen,
that's 3. These shoes. I'm just saying, world, like this is just, this is. I like them Penny Hardaways. I don't have the number, but and then
they were dope, though.
Man,
they were so dope.
And my 5th one, a lot of people got on me. I had these shoes multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Converse, but them LJs with the bubble, the green neon shoes was like pillows.
Yes,
it was so comfortable. The Larry Johnson's Cons with if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, go look it up. Larry Johnson's Cons.
Wow.
They had the neon, juice or whatever it was for style. So those would be my top 5, man. A lot of people mind me like, what you talking about, Murph? Again, like you said, I was a sneaker here. I love my shoes.
Yeah,
again,
people know who they know. If you know, you know.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So those would be my 5, man. But man, Jordan's 4 and 5, hands down. Like I'm cool. I ain't gotta have Jordans.
Man, this is tough, man. Because
it is,
like you said, the J's. I mean, for me, the Air Jordan 1s, and I'm gonna go the Air Jordan 3s because I got more pair of those. Air Jordan 3s. I mean, I got more pair than I probably should have. I'll put it like that.
I get it. Trust me.
And StockX still keeps sending me email. Please stop emailing me, StockX, please.
Yes.
Because every time y'all send me an email, I'll be trying to run my credit card through it.
Yes, sir.
So that's 2. I'm gonna go back to middle school.
Okay.
Shell toe Adidas. Game changer. Game changer. Run DMC changed everything with that.
Yeah, they did.
4, I'm gonna probably go the Air Force 1s. Everybody when I was in elementary school, everybody had Air Force 1s.
Yeah.
Oh man, let me see. Fifth.
Now, before you answer, I had honorable mention, even though I never had a pair because they hurt my feet. The Chuck T's, man. I gotta throw that out there.
Yeah,
I have to.
Yeah. I never had a pair either.
I made me think. Yeah.
I never had a pair either. I tried them on, and like you said, even when I tried them on, they hurt my feet. I was like, no, we ain't doing this. They look cool. That's the type of shoe that looks better on everybody else's foot but mine. So I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And the last shoe was a sentimental shoe that I had. The Air Huarache. These came out back in like 91. If you remember basketball, Michigan wore them.
Fat 5.
Yeah, that Air Flight Huarache was, Murph, that was the lightest shoe I've ever worn in my life. And I mean, those shoes felt feathery. I mean, like it literally felt like there was nothing on your feet. And man, I just remember wearing them in school and just having a good time. And they look real cool on my feet. And then one day, you know how like you go through a process with your sneakers. Like they were just, at one point, they were just the shoes that I just wore to class and wore around campus or whatever like that at South Carolina State.
And you had your hooping shoes, your
active, right? You had your hooping shoes, right? And then so at some point they moved to I think I got another pair of some more sneakers, whatever. So I was like, all right, well, I'm hooping these. And Murph, there's really no ankle support in those shoes.
No.
Man, we went to hoop one day, and my little 5'7" ass, unlike you, you 6'7", I'm 5'7". My little 5'7" ass was in the paint. Go up for a rebound, Murph. Going up high. Get it, come down, roll it on somebody's foot with no ankle support. Murph, I have never been in that kind of pain before in my life. And I happened to have one of those Hirachis that particular day. And man, it was a high ankle sprain, but it felt like it was broke. And after that, man, I had to retire those shoes, man. I wore them around I wore them around
Back to
campus.
the original plan.
But I was like, I can't, because you playing on the blacktop, so it wasn't like I'm at like I was a basketball player or anything like that. So I didn't have my ankles taped or anything like that.
Right.
So but that was my last memory of those shoes. But they were a great shoe to wear. I got one more before we get out of here. You're starting 5 people, dead or alive, to have a dinner conversation with. It could be anybody. It could be somebody famous. It could be somebody in your family. It could be somebody that you walking out, somebody, your neighbor from across the street. Dead or alive, starting 5 people that you would love to have a dinner conversation with. You got a nice meal, not pizza and French fries and hamburgers, but you're sitting down, breaking bread. Starting 5, you would want to have the table from you.
That's good, because that's a real sentimental question, man, for me, and I'll explain later.
Mm-hmm.
First, I would say Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Man, you talk about bringing people together, social injustice. Going through what you've been through as a black man myself, who has a platform, who has a voice, and who has broke bread with some people of power or influence. What can I do to keep it going, or what can I do different as I grow? You know what I'm saying? What should I look out for?
Right.
Number 2, Michael Jordan, man. Mike, he went from a guy, North Carolina, Wilmington, North Carolina, went to North Carolina. First pick for the Bulls in the mid 80s. To once you retire, your name is still relevant to my kids know who you are. Yeah. Like they have the same excitement for you as I have or do. And I played ball when you was hooping. So Michael Jordan, number 2. Number 3. A part of me want to say Mr. Gordy, Motown. Like,
okay.
Music. Again, I love music. I'm talking to a guy, I love music. I like to get the history. I like to get the OGs. When you say Murphy, you're an OG, I like to have them tell me how they got to where they were under a lot of the no's or the doubts or even self-doubts, to where your legacy or your works will continue to live way, past, your timeline. Number 4, Michael Jackson.
Okay.
When you said they don't really care about us, but then you say beat it, and then you're a family man, and then you again is when you talk to people that, for me, as I grow in life, it's like they say a lot of dreams and ideas or information is 6 feet under.
Facts.
Give me some of that. Help a brother out, because I need it. I I have a family. I have a brand. You know what I mean? So part of my platform, and that's why I thank God that it took me as long as I have or been doing it, to get this confidence, because now as I get older, it's like now I see why I have a successful platforms, because now I get this push record and let you give out some tips, gems, whatever, to help that one person or people. It's recorded. It's something that you can go back to and kind of, learn from or be inspired. The last person be my grandmother, man, on my mother's side. That's why I say real sentimental. She's been gone for about 11 years. Okay. I'm actually going to be posting something soon, kind of a tribute to her.
Okay.
Am I making you proud, or are you proud of me from the days when I was, 1982? You didn't have a son. I'm the firstborn. Now that you've gone, I have my kids.
Facts.
Am I doing good? What can I do different? Well, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of, it's more of a, I did it. And is there anything I can do now to keep that ceiling so high that it's like, hey, I made my granny proud. So she gave me that love, that attention. Like I said on the Great Autumn Show, is the conversations we had other than basketball. We just talked.
Right.
We take our drives, just talking about life, Really, I really think now the Flagrant 2 is like really dedicated to her.
Gotcha.
Because we don't talk sports. She wasn't. You give her E and J, her Irkin joke, her Salem 100. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And we talking, you know what I'm saying? And she'll make the grilled onions and potatoes, which is still my favorite to this day. You make some grilled onions and potatoes. I don't need no meat. Hey, Kyle. She like, hey, you good? Granny, I'm good. I don't need no sausage, no bacon. I'm good with the grilled onions and potatoes, boy. So I would say my grandmother would be the last person, man.
Man, that's a great starting five right there. Oh man, I would, and in no particular order. First, Jesus. I want to sit down and talk with Jesus,
That's a good one.
Because I got questions. I got questions about a lot of stuff, and if Jesus can answer the questions, there might not be a conversation needed for anybody else. But
that's facts.
Just the wisdom and everything that I would take from that conversation. I don't know how I would start off the conversation other than saying, "Hey, Jesus, what's up, man?
You already know."
Yeah, right. You already know. Yeah. So Jesus, much like you, my maternal grandmother, Gladys Carson, she passed away when I was 6 years old. So I have very fond memories of her in that short period of time, but I, to a degree feel a little cheated because even when I look at my kids now, they still have all of their grandparents. And I tell them all the time, cherish and enjoy this time with your grandparents because your grandparents are young enough to, experience you and you see them all the time. And, send them a text, particularly with my older two that are in college. I tell them, hey, send your grandparents a text. I said, you just don't know how much that brightens up because it's nothing for my mom, she goes, oh yeah, I got a text, today or such, or this one called me or whatever like that, or FaceTime. She loves FaceTime.
We always on the go, man.
Yeah, my mom will FaceTime my kids and don't FaceTime me, so, or she'll FaceTime me when she can't get the kids, so, but I tell them all the time, I'm envious of that because I didn't get a chance to experience that because she passed away when I was so young. And I tell them to cherish this time that they have their grandparents, but definitely my maternal grandmother, Gladys Carson, I would love to have a conversation with her because I think I see so much of her in not only her children, but her grandchildren. And like you mentioned, D, I would want to know, I'm pretty sure she'd say she's proud, but I would like to hear, what her early thoughts of me were and looking at me now. Third, Malcolm X. Someone that I ironically didn't learn a lot about in school. In fact,
for a reason.
Yeah, for a definite reason. I understand it now. Yeah, growing up in the state of South Carolina, Malcolm X was never mentioned anywhere in the history books or anything in school when I was coming up. It was something that, and this as a father, the education for your kids cannot just be what's taught in the school. Because if you rely on the school system to educate your kids, then truth be told, they'll never be educated, never be fully educated. But it's ironic how listening to Malcolm X, how much of my father's ideology was kind of transferred down to him and then subsequently was transferred to me. I'm not going to tell you I'm a member of the Nation of Islam or anything like that, but a lot of what Malcolm talked about and his principles, I think, is still relevant to this day. And I will find myself from time to time on YouTube, listening to old speeches, and all of that stuff is so relevant today. So I would love to have a conversation with him. Let me see. 3. No, is that 3? I said okay, so that's 3. 4, I would go Barack Obama. Definitely would want to sit down with President Obama. He just seems like a really, really sharp and cool dude. Like I think like he could do a starting 5, like he could do this podcast, and we would have moments where it was serious. We would have moments where it would be joking, moments where we would share as Black men that in our experiences, that even though we're from different parts of the world, there's a commonality. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then 5th, who would I want to sit down with? That 5th one's tough, man. Gee, because it's
like
it's
you
a
said,
bunch.
it's your starting 5 at this moment.
Yeah, at this moment. I would probably say I would want to sit down with I'd want to sit down with Questlove. Huge music fan. I listen to his podcast every week.
He's a podcaster too.
Yeah, he's a podcaster. He is a music nerd, and he mentioned that on a podcast once, and I thought about it. I was like, damn, I'm a music nerd too, and like I never really thought about myself as a music nerd, but really, you had to have been a music nerd, I think, to come up in the era in which we came up, being influenced by the music that we were influenced by. And think about it like this for the people who are listening. DMurph and I came up in an era where there was no internet. So you were only relegated to either the music that you were directly exposed to or that you sought out for yourself. And so for a kid in Chicago or even Gary, or even when you moved to Texas, those formative years, you were finding music on your own. It wasn't like or either you were finding music on your own or you had it in the house. You couldn't go to right. You couldn't go to Spotify. You couldn't go to Spotify. You couldn't go to Apple Music or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
8 tracks, vinyl records,
8 tracks. Shout out 8 tracks. So
VHS tapes. We used to tape videos.
Facts.
Go ahead.
Tape. No, you're right. We used to tape Rap City videos, tape Yo MTV Raps. I mean, all of that. We used to do that. So, so I would want to talk with Questlove and just talk about music and talk about, because I think even as I'm getting older now, I'm more interested in how some of the music that we listened to growing up was created, as opposed to just the music. So I'm interested in the music, but every song, every album has a backstory. And I think when you find out some of the backstories about some of the albums and songs that you really, really like, I think that adds to the experience. So yeah, that's my 5. Those are 5 that I probably really want to sit down and have a conversation with. Yeah, man, before we get out of here, man, I gotta get you to talk about your podcast, your platform, and tell the people what's next for DMurph. Because, bruh, this dude, I mean, he's getting it. And
I appreciate it. I do.
Not only you getting it, but I think one of the things that is impressive is that the path that you're going on, you're opening doors not just for yourself, but for others that are coming behind you. And even in some of the interviews that you've had, you can tell that the people who are being interviewed are genuinely happy to help. They see you on your grind, they see you on your way, and they're willing to help. And then in return, you're doing the same thing for other fellow podcasters, other people as well. And I think that's big, because a lot of times, I won't say a lot of times, sometimes people have doors open for them, and it's like, okay, I got mine. I'm not necessarily where it's on you to get yours, but you're constantly on your platform, shouting other people out, giving other people opportunities that are, that has happened to you. And you don't get that a lot. So tell people about where they can find you, where they can find the podcast, and what's coming up next for DMurph.
I appreciate that, man. I think for me, like if you go back and hear this show in particular,
Mm-hmm.
UNITY, Queen Latifah, people who's done it before, who has their impact has lived longer than them or are still around. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I take that for what it's worth because I have kids. I know what it's like coming up. Mom had me at 16, Gary, Indiana. I didn't have that person of influence to give me the game. I looked this stuff up. I've experienced a lot in life to where I'm like, yo, life is better than the struggle.
Right.
You should be able to reap what you sow. So once I put myself in this position, obviously, with the support of my source, the man up above, like you said, the number one person that you want to sit down with. It's about putting yourself in that position, man, to be able to help. Like you said about that text message, hey, mom, grandma, whoever, just checking in. Like that's huge, man. And when you talk about, the people that's willing to help me, like I don't scream my guests. You can just feel it. And that might go up above some people's head. But
I know.
Like I want to be able to have a conversation show more than, okay, so Kyle, the third question, like it's
right.
That's obviously something scripted or it's not you. If I can't be myself, I don't want to do it. So again, as you talk to Jesus, I'm not saying you're the sixth man, Lord. You know that's a given, but for the sake of the show, yes, I want to be able to put myself in position to where whatever I do or say, it's a reflection of you and the gifts and the purpose that you have for me. So that to answer your question, or in a nutshell, when you talk about our grandparents, our great grandparents, who, like, I don't have my grandmothers at all. And when it comes to nurturing, that's something, again, mom had me at 16. So that nurturing piece was something that I didn't receive as much growing up. So now that I'm in this position to nurture, in this case, mentor, men really don't nurture, mentor, I want to let people know, even as an independent, those of influence or those who are verified or those who have more experience or see your grind will and are willing to support you. So when you brought up Questlove, first thing that hit me was, won't you reach out to him?
That's a thought. That is a great thought.
I'm just being honest. Like, you'd be surprised at people that, shout out to Big Roy, co-host for Why Not Sports. I'm gonna answer your question. I know the show's going longer than what you anticipated.
No, bro. We got mouthpieces, so time is no issue.
Yeah, it's, you can't be on somebody's show and be real. Like, okay, no, I got to explain myself. It's storytelling, but it's with facts and substance.
That's why you're here.
I appreciate that. Just the people I've been able to connect with, man. Whether you Super Bowl champion, platinum selling artist, Miss USA, Miss Indiana, headed to the Miss USA pageant. Legends after legends, humbly say that. I just reach out to them. What I got to lose?
Nothing. Worst they can say is no.
Be like, yo, DMurph. You be like, yo. Yes. I'm saying that to say, like, man, at this point, you've been in the game for a minute too. They are looking for us. You'd be surprised how many people that has reached out to me saying, yo, I've seen your work, or I saw your list or your consistency. I would love to support. Like you said, it's not that many people, believe it or not, in this realm of media or content creation that's consistent, of color, of substance. The show that's going to come on tonight, this is the last season. And we like, yo, what we going to do? It's time for Kyle, DMurph, and some other people. They giving us the chance to fill that spot.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
content.
that's why the support and the growth for me is going on that level. Cause they're like, yo, this dude, men, women, kids, famous, non-famous, like, dude, this dude is, I like to work with that. So hopefully that, kind of put things into place.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Tell folks where they can find. Yeah, tell them where they can find the podcast.
Yeah, man. Kyle been blessed. He has been fortunate to bless the Flavor too, which is an open forum for guests to tell their truth with no restrictions and no judgment. Because I'm not here to judge. Like he said, the number one person has to judge. Jesus, Yahweh, Shalom. Anyway, let me stop. Let me wait on myself, y'all. Hey. You can find that show wherever you listen to Kyle. Like I said, each and every week it's a different guest. I don't have any like set thing. It can be a musician. We could talk about something spiritual. We could talk about education. We can talk about entrepreneurship. We can talk about family. Like it's just that's what makes that platform so successful. The platform that got me into this realm is Why Not Sports. As you heard, listeners from the first part of the show, sports was my way out of Gary, Indiana, or the Midwest to be able to travel, get an education, and help me learn how this thing called life operates. Why Not Sports, established in 2016 after getting, as they say, snubbed from a promotion, no recognition. I said, if I'm going to be creative or put myself out there for anybody else, damn it, it's going to be me.
Facts.
And as they say, you're going to get tired of being sick and tired. And I was tired of being sick and tired. And people, obviously, them people in position didn't last that much longer because I was the source behind their success. So why I use that, as they say, keep that same energy. I kept that same energy for my brand, and Why Not Sports talk about the good, bad, and the ugly of sports and how it impacts everyday life. Again, Road to 500 as an independent, just like my man Kyle said, just want to see people succeed, man. They definitely are looking for us of color with substance, and that shows how versatile we are. So when they do put you in positions, it can be you're multidimensional. You're just not stuck in that bubble or in a position where you can't grow. You can hear that show everywhere as well. You listen to Kyle, the Flagrant 2. Why Not Sports? It can be. I mean, we talk sports, but it's not an X and O show,
right?
So if you're looking for like First Take, hit up on me. That's not the show. It's just conversation based,
right?
How sports impact your life, or just in general, just giving you a different perspective of sports that the average person might not hit on. You're gonna have copycats. I recommend getting your brand trademark LLC, like start having some type of documents to prove the existence of it, because people are watching. That's another reason why I grind. So when people are watching, they see, man, Road to 500, he's had this person, and been consistent. So when I do reach out to a Questlove, not saying I would, but if I were to, I like my chances of them to at least tell me not at this time, or respectfully decline, but they saw it, and then because they saw it, it's what, I know somebody that can maybe benefit from the show or give this brother an opportunity, even though at the time I don't think it'd been a good fit. You just never know how them blessings come about, and I can't tell you. If you ask me right now, how have I got the top tier guest?
You asked. That's it.
I asked, and or this person reached out to me out of blue. I don't know how they found me, but anyway.
Well, Twitter, like you said, go ahead. No, what I was gonna say was I was agreeing with you. Just like you said, you were doing it, and they saw you. And that's all that matters. And you were consistent with it. So that's what counts. And people appreciate authenticity. They do.
I believe so. What you see is what you get. I can't go to Atlanta and be like, "Hey, what up, Kyle?" You're like, Murph. This ain't the same Murph that I.
Right.
I'm like, why are you changing the game? Like,
right.
Oh, you doing that for no, this is what you get. Like we talked about. I can't think about what lie did I tell 2 weeks ago. Right. What did I tell yesterday? Like, dog, that's too much to.
Oh, no doubt.
So, yeah, man. But no, this was dope, man. I appreciate the opportunity to be on your show.
Man, had to do it, man. Had to do it.
Yes, so like I promised you, because the schedule is tight to December. Yes.
And that's like, good.
It's some heat coming. Man, like I said when I shout out to Roosh Williams, the most recent guest on Why Not Sports, works for the Houston Rockets, verified. But when the conversation we had, outside of what was recorded and other dope guests, and it's just like you said, it's coming, and it's gonna be revealed to the world real soon. But you can't get everybody your access. So on that note, this is Twitter and Instagram at DMurph. Pages for Why Not Sports and Flagrant 2 is Flagrant2Pod _ on Instagram, Why Not Sports _ on Instagram. Check out the website as well, www.dmurphspeaks.com. Leave me a note. Check out the shows. That's where you can find everything. The shows,
all the content,
magazine articles, whatever you need of me, leave me a note. Just overall, if you need to find me, that's where you can find me overall. So, this was dope. 12 Kyle, as you say.
Appreciate it, man. Well, you guys know, again, thanks for having DMurph on, man. As this has been dope for us to do. If you guys know, you can find me on social media at 12 Kyle across all the platforms. The podcast is the 12 Kyle Podcast. You can find it on all of the DSPs. A new episode drops every Thursday at midnight. From time to time this year, we will be dropping bonus episodes on Sundays at midnight. So it's important that you got to give them the content, man. You got to give the people what they want. So it's important that you subscribe. So make sure that you do that. But that's going to do it for us. This has been the Starting Five with my man DMurph. I'm your boy 12 Kyle. We'll catch you guys next time. 5,000.
Peace.
When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.